Depending where you're from in the world, you probably found ways to scrounge out leftovers or food that's about to go off but not quite yet and repurpose them into something pretty damn amazing. And today we're gonna do just that with this convenient large loaf of bread. It's comically large, by the way, it's huge. And it's gotten a little bit stale. We're making the flan slash more pudding version of bread pudding. If you've seen like regular bread pudding videos out there, they're usually, kind of chunky still. You can see still the individual bread pieces on there. But in this case, with this one, it's gonna completely turn into a pudding. And with that being said, to prep this thing, I'll be using half of this loaf, cutting them into chunks. You can use regular stale sandwich bread. That works perfectly fine. Or if you want to make it slightly fancier, you can use brioche bread, whatever tickles your fancy or whatever you have left over. The whole point of this is to repurpose stale bread so you don't have to throw them out. But of course, if you don't have stale bread, you can just use fresh bread, toast them a little bit, kind of making it stale, and then slice them up and do the whole process from there. Or you can just use fresh bread, it doesn't really matter. This recipe is quite versatile in that sense where you have to kind of go out of your way for it to mess up. Dump the bread into a blender, sweetened condensed milk, a whole can. If this is not sweet enough for you or this is too sweet, this is where you can adjust. But I recommend the default 1 can is plenty. Follow that up with 3 eggs and around 2 cups of full cream milk. The recipe doesn't really matter. If you want to add more milk, if you want to add more eggs, or if you want to add less of everything, even condensed milk, it will kind of still work out as long as you get the consistency kind of right when it blends up. You're good to go. This is the consistency that we're looking for. Kind of like pancake batter. Still runny, still gooey, but not so thick that you're gonna bend your spoon stirring it. The next bit, we're making caramel. Now there's a lot of old wives' tales when it comes to making caramel. And let me just show you how simple it really is, and it's really not that deep. We've added sugar to a cold pot. All you need to do is heat it up and it'll turn into caramel. But if you want it a little bit easier, you can mix it with a tiny bit of water. Just enough so everything comes together like this into a paste almost. The water just gives you more wiggle room so you're less likely to burn it. And the whole thing about you're not allowed to fidget it or touch it or stir it while it cooks, it's really not the case. You can, but you don't need to. You can just let it do its thing, and once it starts browning on the edges, then give it a little stir. And keep doing that until it's fully brown and caramelized, and you're done. Now that you see the edges turning brown, you can start stirring it and turn off the heat. The residual heat from your pot will do the rest of the work. Transfer it into another baking pan. Thin with the caramel in a baking tray. Pour boiling water on the outer tray. If you've made creme brulee before, you'll notice this technique is very similar to that. And the idea is the same. We're going to use the water to kind of keep the temperature at a constant level without it going too high or too low. If the temperature is too high, it'll turn more bread-like again, not exactly soft and pudding-like. Into the oven it goes. At 180 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit for 1 hour. After the hour's done, make sure to throw it in the fridge until it's completely cooled off. And once that's done, cut the edges a bit so it can slide out a little bit easier. Take a chopping board, plop it over, smack it. There we have bread flan pudding. It's so unexpectedly good, man. A little bit more work compared to regular bread pudding, but damn, honestly pretty worth it. Oops. I have to clean that up now. But yes, the pudding-like consistency is honestly pretty good. So don't chuck your borderline moldy bread away. Make some bread pudding.